The cordless drill driver will probably be the first power tool that many DIYers buy because it has so many uses. Understanding how to use your drill effectively is crucial. We'll cover the components that make up a drill driver and what they all do, as well as how to drill precise holes and drive screws into different materials. I'll also have some great tips to look out for when buying a drill driver. But first, let's run through the components, what they do and how they work. First up is the chuck, which is the part of the drill that holds the bit in place and rotates to provide the drilling action. The chuck usually has 3 jaws that hold the bit in place. The gap between the jaws widen or narrow depending on the size of the bit. To adjust the gap in the jaws, hold the grip section of the chuck with one hand and press the trigger with the other hand. Putting the drill in forward will tighten the jaws, putting it in reverse will loosen them. To hold a bit in place, open the jaws wide enough to fit the bit, put the bit in until it hits the back of the chuck and is in the center of the 3 jaws. Put the drill in forward, hold the chuck grip securely and pull the trigger. Make sure the bit is secure and centered. To remove the bit, put the drill driver in reverse, hold the chuck grip securely and pull the trigger. The forward-reverse switch changes the rotational direction of the chuck. Reverse is anti-clockwise and forward is clockwise as you look from the back of the drill. The mode selector slightly changes the operation of the drill driver to suit what you are using it for. The drill bit symbol is for drilling. The symbol with the screw is driving mode and used for driving in screws, and the hammer mode is used for drilling into hard surfaces like bricks and concrete. The clutch is used in driver mode and is normally an adjustable ring with a lot of numbers on it. It adjusts the torque or twisting power of the driver mode. It needs to be adjusted so that the screw is driven in to the right depth without causing cam out or damage to the screw head. Depending on the materials, if set too low, it won't have enough torque to drive the screw in. Set too high and it can damage the screw. The speed control will allow you to adjust the speed based on the task. Lower speeds for driving screws and higher speeds for drilling holes. The speed can also be controlled by the trigger. The battery is the engine of the cordless drill driver. They come in various strengths and sizes. Strength is determined by voltage, so higher voltage enables the drill to tackle tougher jobs. Batteries and their corresponding drill drivers normally come in around 12 volt, 18 volt and 40 volt. The AH stands for amp hours, so the bigger the number, the longer the battery will last. Bigger batteries last longer but are also heavier, and it's also good to have at least 2 batteries so you can charge one while using the other. Here are a few tips on drilling accurately. Choose the correct type drill bit for the material you are drilling and make sure it's sharp. Put it into the chuck and make sure it's secure and straight. Set the mode to drill. Choose the speed you want to use. Make sure it's in forward. Start by measuring accurately. A center punch and pilot hole can improve accuracy as big drill bits tend to wander. Hold the drill firmly, steady and perpendicular to the material. When drilling into masonry surfaces, it's a good idea to start drilling the hole on normal drill mode and then switch to hammer mode, as hammer mode can also drift quite a bit. When drilling into wood, select the correct bit for the job. Twist drills are the most common, and there are spade bits and hole saws for bigger holes as well. When drilling larger holes in wood, it's still a good idea to drill a pilot hole for a more accurate result. When drilling in thick material, pull the drill out a couple of times to clean the drill of built-up wood, as this can affect accuracy as well. A higher speed is better to get a clean cut, and you don't need to put too much force on the drill. The pilot hole will virtually pull the bigger drill bit through the wood in the right direction. Driving screws with a cordless drill is a common task in many DIY projects, and it may seem simple, but there are actually a lot of factors to consider. We want to make sure that the screw is doing its job properly and that we aren't damaging the material or the screw in the process. I did a deep dive video about screws and drivers, so I'll post the link for that video below, but here are a few quick tips. First up, choose the right driver bit. There are many different drives available. The most common are Phillips head. It should also be the right size so that it doesn't damage the head of the screw. Using the clutch setting will help avoid damaging the screw. Try it on a lower setting first and gradually increase until the screw goes in to the desired depth. When starting, hold the screw against the material at the angle you want it to go in at. Start the drill slowly to get the screw engaged in the wood. Then increase the speed and increase the pressure on the driver. Okay, so now you know all the functions of a cordless drill driver and it's time to invest your hard-earned money in one. Here are some things to look out for. First up, price and quality. Luckily for us, the power tool market is extremely competitive. There's a wide range of choices available and you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to get a good quality drill driver, especially if you aren't using it every day like a tradie. One thing to really look out for these days is that most brands have a lot of different tools that work on the same battery ecosystem. So have a look at the different ranges and pick one that will have the tools that you may need and will fit into your budget, because batteries aren't interchangeable with other brands. You don't want to be buying and charging different brands of batteries. Size. There are generally around 3 sizes of batteries: 12, 18 and 40 volt. 40 volt is heavy going. These tools have a lot of power and are generally a lot heavier. The DIY market generally sits around the 12 to 18 volt range. Keep an eye out for brushless as well. Brushless is a motor technology that allows more power, efficiency, runtime, and longer life. I think it's also worth comparing warranties and company reviews, especially look out for customer service reviews and how well they deal with warranty claims. So there you go, everyone. There's a quick guide on drills and how to use them. I'll be coming out with many more videos over the next little while, so keep an eye out for them. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.